All right, what's up, everybody? We're back again with another episode of Russo's Playbook. Me, Hunt, and AG here. We got season 3, page 4. We just got a lot of the headlines to talk about. We got a lot of things that happened this week, to be honest. We got a little bit of get off your chest with AG, and then, of course, we got Stop That. But let's jump right into it. So we got J.J. Watt signing to the Cardinals on a 2-year, $31 million deal, $23 million guaranteed. How you guys feel about that?
I feel bad for Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited, man. I'm excited to see him in the Arizona defense, kind of try and make a comeback to like that more of like that powerhouse defense that they had. He was a great addition to their line. And honestly, they needed to make a move like that to really get competitive in the NFC West, in my opinion. It's a bunch of really good teams in that conference, and just adding to the defense. Hopefully, we'll also kind of go back for their offense as well, and just be able to make some stops to get Kyler Murray the ball in his hands to make some pretty big things happen. So overall, I think it was a great decision. My only worry is JJ, man. He's pretty injury prone. So he's getting older. If he does kind of get hurt throughout the season, I don't think that may have been like the best move for them. But, I think he's still got some years left in the tank, and he'll definitely be happy to show that with the Cardinals.
Yeah, for sure. And as long as Murray keeps taking those strides forward, I think they'll be a good team to watch for. But and then we'll get into some cuts we had this week so far. And there's going to be a lot of them coming out. A lot of the budget cut, really, because of COVID and everything, with the money cap going down and everything. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of good players out. And we had the Washington football team release Alex Smith. My first thought, really, what popped in my head was Patriots maybe scoop him up.
Yep.
See them using it for a year or two, get a quarterback carry under him. So that could be one.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we got the Vikings releasing Kyle Rudolph, and we got the Giants releasing Golden Tate. I mean,
Kind of saw that one coming.
Yeah. The Golden Tate one saw it coming for sure. But Kyle Rudolph, I thought that was a little surprising.
Yeah, man. Kyle Rudolph, I feel like he's been there forever, and it's not even like he had a bad year. I think he ended up having like 4 or 5 touchdowns this year. He obviously wasn't playing that big of a role with Adam Thielen getting a lot of the pass catches. And they're a big running team now with Dalvin, but I thought he was a great, at least blocking tight end, in my opinion, especially a weapon down at the goal line. I think he gets picked up though. I think someone saw that somewhere, and they're willing to have like a third tight end set, and use him as another weapon, because I think he's got years left in the tank as well. But we'll see.
Yeah.
And
what's up?
My bad. Go ahead, Russo.
No, you're good. Go. There you go.
All right. So Alex Smith getting cut also, just to bring it back to that opens the door for Hunter's boy, Taylor Heineke.
Yes, sir.
Check out our new blog at russosplaybook.com.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it? I don't know,
Yeah, man. I mean, some people call me crazy. Some people don't understand the vision, but I think Taylor Heineke might be the best decision for the Washington Redskins as a starting quarterback. I listed a bunch of different reasons. They obviously paid him an extension of $8.7 million, but they're getting rid of Alex Smith. Kyle Allen didn't really seem like the answer. Obviously, Dwayne Haskins isn't even on the team anymore. He wasn't. They started 4 different quarterbacks last year. Heineke was kind of the only quarterback out of the 4 to look good, and he did it against Brady and the Bucs, who ended up winning the Super Bowl. Now, I get the whole idea there's no film on him. People don't really know what to expect. But you look at his college stats, he was a 4-year starter. He was a hell of a quarterback. And if you go back to him in high school, he won countless awards for being a quarterback. He was one of the best quarterbacks to come out of Georgia, and still to this day has the statistics to be one of the best quarterbacks in Georgia, which is ridiculous when you think about guys like Matt Stafford, just a bunch of other names. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Heineke make a start. And I really don't think that the Redskins are in any position to pick up another quarterback. And, the draft, they have the 19th pick. I don't think anyone's going to be falling that low, at least worthy of grabbing. And And free agency, they got a lot of cap space, but they need to sign offensive linemen and get more weapons on offense if they want to be taken seriously in the playoffs. So till that happens, I think you roll with Taylor Heineke. You wait a couple more drafts to see who else you can get, and you already paid the man, so you might as well use him.
Yeah. Well, like we said, more of that in Hunter's blog as well on the site. So, check it out.
Right now.
Gotta check it out for sure. But then we'll switch it up a little bit. We got some basketball to talk about with the Knicks being 500, 6 seed in the East. Yeah, man, and that's just exciting for New York overall. You see how hyped the fans get. And to be honest, what I was seeing, it's like they could follow the Nets route, to be honest. You know how the Nets, they built a young core, they started winning games, building off of that, and then they get free agent stars to come aboard and join them. So I think they could go that route next year or two. I could see them picking up some big free agents.
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening. I mean, it's already happened where big guys have wanted to go there at times. Like Melo wanted to go there, just didn't work out, and they didn't put a team around him. Now they actually have the core. So as long as they don't trade away that young core and draft picks to get a superstar, if they're picking them up in free agency, that could definitely work. Like you said, like following the Nets plan and maybe go trade for a guy after that, trade some of the young guys for a big three. You know what I mean? But they could definitely get some free agents this year, I believe. I mean, they're playing well. We talked about it on the new show on our podcast, On the Court, with me and CP Connor, our guest that we had on this weekly show once to talk about basketball. We just pretty much talk about all basketball on that show. So we talked about this, and the Knicks, they just have one of the best defenses in the league right now. It's that Tom Thibodeau effect.
Yeah, their defense is playing out of this freaking world, man. And especially like, I think they already have a big superstar, as does everybody else, in Julius Randle. So to add pieces around him, I don't think it'll be the hardest thing for them to do. They've got some money, and how cool would it be to just see both New York teams absolutely killing it, man? That'd be great for the city, great for us. But I think it's definitely something that might take a little bit longer than we all expect. I don't know if they could do it all right away, but that might help them in the future because that younger core will start to get older, more solidified.
Yeah.
You want to know another interesting stat about the Knicks? Thibodeau with D Rose is like 63% winning percentage, and without him, he's like 46%. So,
dang, man.
Yeah, D Rose and Tibbs effect is something to look out for as well. Remember they were on the Timberwolves together back in the day, well, a couple years ago. So, yeah.
Yeah, no.
We'll see what they can do. What are they in right now? Sixth?
Sixth, yeah.
Yeah, sixth.
Yeah, the East from like 4 to 8 is a cluster. You know what I want to say. Yeah. It's pretty much, they were fourth on Monday when we recorded our other basketball pod. So, I mean, you lose a game, you might go from 4th to 7th at this point, but we'll see how the East shapes out overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll keep it going. We got some baseball news, actually. Going to touch on that. I know a little surprising. But we actually missed it last week with Fernando Tatis Jr. signing the 14-year, $340 million contract with the Padres. And that's huge, man. You see these big deals going around, really looks like all the time now with baseball. But, I mean, you lock up your young stars and you let them stay, you don't take any chances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, we're seeing the other leagues start to follow them.
I was just about to say the same thing.
They kind of always do this, right? I'm not like a big baseball guy, but they're always on this kind of time, I think. And then now we got like Patty Mahomes getting 10 years and whatnot,
Yeah.
I think it's starting to trend in the direction of other leagues as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, you know what, though, it makes so much more sense to do in baseball with these longer deals. Obviously, they're not taking as much strain on the body. Obviously, they can get hurt just as any other sport.
Yeah. But they're not getting hit every play and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not as big as a risk, but sheesh, man, he caught a bag to say the least. So hats off to him.
That's for sure.
Yeah, well deserved as well.
Yeah, and then we go into a little bit of sad news, but should turn out okay. We had Aaron Boone taking an immediate leave of absence to have a pacemaker inserted in his chest. he had a in 2009 had an open heart surgery, I believe it was, for some problems he had. Big doctor words. I'm not gonna get into that, but yeah, so he had that problem, man. And I mean, they knew this was kind of coming. You know, it was gonna be sooner or later. Just happened to be later. So yeah, and we hope everything's okay. You know, thoughts and prayers go out to him. They
Yeah.
said, it could be a speedy recovery. You get that in you, but he should just take his time. Yankees
100%.
fine, you know.
Yeah, I mean it's still a little bit earlier in the preseason. Obviously the season's kind of is right around the corner. He's going to want to be back for that, but he's definitely got at least a couple more weeks to get prepared. And even if he misses the first couple games, the first couple weeks of games, I don't think that's an issue. I think everyone's main concern right now is just his heart.
Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah, prayers up to him. And while we're on the baseball topic, as Russo said, it's surprising we're talking about it, but it won't be coming soon when the season starts. We're going to start writing about it. We're going to start having some shows about it. We're going to incorporate baseball more. So any of you baseball fans, don't worry. We're not going to ignore you guys this season. So when the season starts up, we'll start rolling out some of that.
Yeah, keep an eye out. But then we're going to move on to with you, AG. I know you had some beef with the week with the NBA All-Star festivities coming up. So what you got to get off your chest?
Yeah, so I got to get this off my chest, man. The skills challenge, the Taco Bell skills challenge at NBA All-Star Weekend. Basically, the players dribble around, throw the pass through the hoop, hit a couple three-pointers, a layup or dunk or something, a couple little drills, like little skill drills. So we got Julius Randle, well-deserved.
Yep.
We got Domantas Sabonis, fair. We got Chris Paul, obviously, well-deserved. Luka Doncic, obviously well-deserved. Nikola Vucevic, I don't know. I'm different on that. And then Robert Covington was I'm assuming the last selection. And that one I don't agree with. And it's because LaMelo Ball apparently turned it down. So LaMelo Ball didn't want to do it. And that's what I got to get off my chest. I don't understand why he wouldn't want to do it. Doesn't make any sense to me. Honestly, I'm just going to say it. Stop that, LaMelo Ball. And then I'm going to bring it to the slam dunk contest. Slam dunk contest is Knicks rookie Obi Toppin, who has been hurt most of the year, but he's apparently able to compete in the dunk contest. I'm just kidding. He's probably better now, but I feel like he should rest anyway. Cassius Stanley. I'm going with Cassius Stanley to win it. Not going to lie. He jumps out the roof at Duke. He was catching lobs like crazy. And Anthony Simmons on the Trailblazers. So Zion Williamson, where you at? Where are you at? You got famous. You probably became the number one draft pick. You got to Duke because of dunking and highlight videos of you dunking, and you're not gonna do the dunk contest. I don't know. Is he trying to go a LeBron route? Is that what he's doing? I don't know.
That'll be upsetting.
I hope he does it at least once. Come on, man. So Zion stopped that as well. But yeah, I got Cassius Stanley in that. And the skills challenge, I got Luka. How about you guys for those two?
Honestly, for the skills challenge, if he would have played, I would have picked Melo. I would have picked LaMelo Ball. I would have thought he would have won that. But I agree with you on Luka. Dunking wise, I don't want to double down and agree with you on Cassius Stanley. I don't want to. So
take all my picks.
Yeah, I don't want to, but I'm not. So I'm gonna go with Obi Toppin, even though we haven't seen much from him this year. I mean, he's a big body. I imagine he's got something in the tank, and probably hasn't had much better to do considering he hasn't been playing the game.
He can jump through the roof too. He can jump through the roof too.
Yeah, 100%. Beat up or not, I think if he's willing to do a dunk contest, he's probably got something in the wheelbarrow.
Yeah. What about you, Russo?
I was gonna go Obi Toppin for the dunk contest, which is my pick. But I'm staying with it. I don't care. And then I got Luka with the skills. Come on now.
All right.
Damn, 3-peat on Luka.
Yeah, that should be.
Yeah, come on now. I don't see anyone else beating him out.
I mean, Chris Paul could do it for sure.
Nah.
Chris Paul could do it. But yeah, I'm going Luka. And then for the 3-point contest, I didn't really have any problems with this. We got Steph Curry, Devin Booker, Zach LaVine, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, I like that.
I think it's between Steph and Devin Booker.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Steph takes that though.
Don't sleep on Donnie Mitchell.
I was just about to say, yep.
Sleep on him.
I agree.
How about the Celtics? My bad. Go ahead, Russo.
No, I was just saying I agree with that as well.
Yeah, I don't know. Steph or D Book. I might go I think I'm gonna go Steph. He's been on a tear.
Yeah.
I have him winning MVP of the All-Star game as well. I think he goes for a great All-Star weekend. He's on his proving everybody wrong journey right now. So but how about the Celtics getting 2 guys in on that too? Like, come on. Give somebody else a chance. The same 2 guys too. I mean, they're great 3-point shooters. They are, but
yeah. I don't take that away from them. I just think they're not even having that good of a year. That's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
So it's annoying that they already got all up in the All-Star game and ruined chances for other players. Like, come on, you could have left them both out, in my opinion. There's so many other ballers who could have been placed in the 3-point competition.
Yeah, one thing I was thinking about though, because of COVID, they might have wanted to restrict the amount of players that are even going down there in the first place.
Fair enough.
So they're like, F it, we're just gonna send Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They're good enough 3-pointers. Nobody's gonna question it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're gonna be down there anyway. Like, they pretty much got people that are down there anyway, except for Zach LaVine. I'm pretty sure.
Obi Toppin's not
Yeah, Obi Toppin, Cassius Stanley, and Anthony Simmons. Yeah, the dunk contest they're bringing, but that's only 3 people they got to bring down. You know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
The skills challenge too. What's the skills challenge? Let's see. Luka's definitely in it. Chris Paul's in it. Vucevic is in it. Julius Randle's in it, and Sabonis is in it now too. So they're only bringing Robert Covington down for that. So that might be what they're doing. That actually, I just thought of that as I was saying it too. I think that's what they're doing now. Makes sense.
All adds up.
That's what I had to get off my chest.
Yeah, well deserved. But we'll move right into Stop That. So for mine this week, I got Penn State hiring ex Jets offensive coordinator Dow Loggins. He's like a analytic guy or something for their offense. And we saw what he did with Gase. He literally followed him from Miami to the Jets. He was a glorified flag holder. I mean, the man's literally just held the challenge flag and threw it. You know, Gase ain't letting him call plays. So Penn State, I don't know why you'd hire him. Please stop that immediately. I don't see any way you could hire that man or justify hiring that man.
Yeah. I don't know what you have in AG, but I got this one. I think it's a pretty good stop that. But apparently, there's an article that was released that now says the cops who were on scene for the Tiger Woods crash are now asking or have now achieved getting a search warrant for what was in a black case in Tiger Woods' car. And, you know, all I have to say to that is simply stop that. Come on, if at the scene cops are saying that he wasn't impaired, why go out and do this to this man? You know, he's recovering. This guy's been through enough. You know, if you check that black case and you don't find anything, which I think the world expects if the cops said that he wasn't impaired, you know, like it's just more bad publicity for Tiger Woods. And at this point in time, this guy's trying to figure out if he's still going to be able to play the sport that he's the king of, that he basically is the face of and brought the ratings, brought the love, brought the fans, and brought the appreciation for. So, you know, media needs to really just step back on something like that. And so does the police force. You know, he screwed up. He made that incident. He was wrong for his DUI, but he lived and learned, and he's a better man today because of it.
And that's interesting to touch on that real quick. They didn't even ask for his blood work. Like, they didn't, you know, get ask for that, get a search warrant if they need to for his blood work to check it out. So they obviously didn't think, like, if you thought he was drunk, you would have got his blood work by now. So I don't know what you're trying to achieve with the search warrant for the black box and everything, but yeah, it doesn't make sense to me.
It just blows my mind. Like, you already missed that opportunity to do that. For them to go out and get a search warrant to search that black case, like, come on, man. You're just beating a dead horse. And if you do find something, are you really going to make him take a blood test weeks later and, you know, see what he comes up for? I don't know. I just think it's ridiculous. Bad publicity. Bad by the media. Wrong of them.
2 weeks in a row, huh?
Yeah, seriously. You can't leave the guy alone.
We're gonna be able to make a whole Stop That playlist with just the Tiger Woods incident and the way the media is treating this guy.
Seriously.
But I got the Washington Wizards. Bradley Beal just keeps getting no help, dropping 40+ points. I saw something, and I'm not sure if it was 100% true or not, but I saw it on the one of the sports channels as I was walking by. What's up, Peaches? First appearance on the pod. Hey, she needed some airtime real quick. She said, "Hey, G, what you talking about?" Yeah, I saw something crazy that like their last 11 games that Bradley Beal has dropped 40 points, they've lost, like going like 2 seasons back or to last season and this season. It's like when he scores 40, they just can't win. And when Russ gets a triple double, they're like 80%. Well, like that's in Russ's career when he gets a triple double, or like some wild like that, like 70%. We talked about that on the podcast as well. But to the Washington Wizards, man, all I gotta say is stop that. Makes no sense. You got to be able to get a win when your best player is dropping 40, 45, 50, 52. Like, whatever the case is, they're losing every time. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, the Wizards need to figure out what's – I mean, I'm pretty sure Bradley Beal said he didn't want to be traded, but, like, how long are you going to suffer with that, dog?
Yeah.
He's wasting his prime years. It sucks to see. It literally sucks to see for a player like that.
At least they gave him the All-Star start this year.
Yeah.
Oh, but just something we forgot about. Kyle Van Noy also got released by the Dolphins.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit that's a weird one too,
man.
Yeah. I thought he did fantastic last year.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He was their captain.
He was really good last year. So
he only played 14 games for the team. I think he played 14 games, but he was the captain and he played well. Like, yeah, that one caught me off guard for sure.
Yeah, but we're gonna see that for the rest of this month.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Big players, big players getting released, and with the cap hit, and we'll talk about that more on our football episodes dropping next week. I think we got a couple for free agency and everything, so we'll drop that as well. We could break down there, and don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, follow us, go find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You can check out our blogs on russosplaybook.com. And we'll wrap it up right there, right, fellas?
Yeah, and also be on the lookout for the rest of this week. We've got blogs about the UFC 259, I think it is coming up, right? 259. Yep. We're also going to do a show for that as well with our writer, Keith, who's been writing the UFC blog so far. We've got a new writer writing a UFC blog, our boy Sammy. He killed it. We can't wait to put this out for you guys. And yeah, just look out for that. Look out for our NFC West breakdown as well. We'll have that on video here on YouTube, as well as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, all that stuff, as well as in a blog for anybody who would prefer to read it. So,
yeah, we'll wrap it up right there. Catch you guys again next week.
Have a good week.